Today we're stepping into a place shrouded in legend, shrouded in history, and somewhere full of the supernatural. Today we're visiting Knaresborough again, and we're going to Mother Shipton's cave. And I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy this. This is going to be an experience that you'll never experience anywhere else. And the reason why this is special, this is the oldest visitor attraction in the UK, possibly the world, but I can't confirm that with you. It's been actually running as a visitor attraction since 1630. That means somewhere where you actually paid to enter, not just something that was there. Anyway, come with me, and I'm going to take you on a right treat. You walk actually alongside the river. There's a car park there for you to go to, but it's quite a shortish walk from the entrance. If there's more than a couple of you, it'd be cheaper to come in the car. It's £39 for a car and £16 per person. So, as I say, I would suggest if there's more than two of you, come in the car. Otherwise, park uptown and walk up like we are. Bit of a steep walk up. They've even got somewhere suitable for Layla, who's joined me today. Sneaky little hobbling at Mother Shipton's cave. Sounds about right. I wish I'd just got some tomatoes to throw at her or something. And the pathway goes right next to the rapids. Now, Layla there cannot hear a single word that I'm saying now because the noise of the rapids is so much. But you're exactly opposite some of the best view houses in Knaresborough. A view that you can only see from Mother Shipton's. Fantastic place to look at. Before we explore the cave itself, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Mother Shipton herself and the story behind her, because she is very unusual from her birth to how she existed in the community. Born right here in this cave that we'll be going into shortly, she was actually born in 1488 during a fierce thunderstorm. She was said to be the child of an unusual appearance and intellect. Local folklore claims her mother was a young woman named Agatha, and her father, well, some say he was the devil himself. This led to her being feared, but also being respected for her uncanny abilities. As she grew, Ursula became known as a prophetess, predicting events that seemed impossible at the time, from the defeat of the Spanish Armada to the Great Fire of London, and even inventions of iron ships and the telegraph. It's fascinating to think about someone living over 500 years ago foretelling things we now take for granted. Her predictions were often cryptic, but remarkably accurate in hindsight.
Her teachers were surprised when she went to school because she could read and write better than any of the other children, but surprisingly her legs were twisted, her back was bent and her nose was large and crooked. Her legs were so twisted that she had to use a stick to walk.
As you come across the pathway, you'll come across some logs. First sight, you just walk straight past them, but then you realise these are very different. They are full, and I mean full, so there's more coins than there is bark. The story was, you put a coin into one of these logs and it would destroy the badness that was surrounding you. I mean, people still do it today, but some of these are maybe a couple of months old, a couple of years old, but some of them have been around for quite some time. And if you look at the logs, there's more than one or two of them. Absolutely unique. If you bring your own coin, guess what? There's a hammer here, so you can put in your own coin and get rid of some of your bad luck. And just like in Scotland, unicorns like to come to mystical places, and this one just happened to bring Layla all the way here. Well, sort of. But they are lovely, just to add that bit of mysticism to the place. Do you want it as a pet, Layla?
No.
And then you have little places like this, Cauldrons, Crescent, where all the spirits come to stay. Witches' houses, hobblings' houses, and the witch's chair, somewhere to sit and tell the fortune and cast your spells. And as the witches would say, well, sometimes would say, what a dark, dreadful morning. I love it. Or perhaps, when we're together, darling, every night is Halloween. Do you know what? It just feels like the Adams come on holiday here. Lovely witch's house. Watch out, Wednesday, there's a crow on the top. Well, this area is really somewhere to sit down and have a picnic if you bring a picnic with you, which I think is a brilliant idea, having somewhere set up spooky for it. But if it's raining or got a shower, they've also got little huts for you to sit in and have your picnic. They've got somewhere for you to park your pushchair if you brought a pushchair with you. It's well planned out, and that's where this place wins. Even a hocus pocus little coffee pot there, if you fancied a coffee with a spider in it. Lovely. But you've also got one or two very special things here. This is a proper carriage, probably from the 17 or 1800s at the very latest. But you look at it, and yes, it's got a power lead there because they have things lit up during the night to make it spooky, especially on the Halloween one. Well worth coming to that if you get a chance. You can buy ice creams, coffees, things like that. Not cheap though. Be prepared to pay for the privilege of buying something like any theme park where you've got no other opportunity to get anywhere. Well, currently it's £4 for a hot dog and almost £3.70 for just a plain ice cream cone. A few pennies there. Now, this used to be part of a royal forest, the Royal Forest of Knaresborough, where only the king could go hunting. I mean, obviously you've got Knaresborough Castle nearby, so that's why it would come up here. But because it was protected for so long, you see a lot of wild animals here, including hares as well as rabbits. Hares you don't see that many of now, and they can be very, very strong, and if you see one, by all means they'll let you look at them, but don't go near them. Their kick can break a bone. One of the things it tells you as you're walking along is the last wild boar in Britain was slain in this area in the 1600s. And royal forests weren't just wooded areas. They were land set aside purely for the king to hunt in. If you were in his party, you was allowed to hunt, but otherwise, if you were caught hunting on his grounds, which obviously when you broke, many people used to do in those days, it was a death sentence. Ursula Sonthiel, who was Mother Shipton, down here we're going to see one of the magical things that happens in this area, where what you know to be real no longer is. The water that comes down here is full of calcium carbonate, a bit of sodium and a bit of magnesium, and that is why this magic occurs. It flows down here and then straight over the edge of this cliff through that very slow moving trickle. Welcome to the Petrifying Well. These are hung up. Anything can be hung up. Usually it tends to be soft toys or clothing or things like that. And over 3 to 5 months, it turns to stone. It's okay, it's not going to turn me to stone. It takes 3 to 5 months, so I'm quite safe. But there is one rule. If you put something over there to wish for something, do not wish for money. Somebody did, and within a week they were involved in a car crash. Lost their hand. They'd wished for £5,000 to help with the bills. They got £5,000 compensation. So please, it may look like something, but this is magic. Or maybe. Those poor Labubu's, those poor teddies, slowly turning to stone. You can tell that they haven't been up there that long because of the Labubu's. It's a fairly fresh thing. But you've got other things that like a stuffed swan by the looks of it, a bone, a coat, some witches of course, a hat, 3-pointed hat. And Agatha Sontine was Mother Shipton's mother. And we're going to go visit to where Mother Shipton was born shortly. And put it this way, you won't want to be there. This runs constantly, always dripping down right from the top. And now we're entering the wishing well itself. The water comes down from up above, which we saw earlier. And in this very dark place, there is the wishing well itself. And that wishing well is where that person wished for £5,000 and lost their hand and got £5,000. Maybe not the greatest idea to wish for money. And now we're going into a very, very dark, very, very moody cave. This cave was where Agatha had to go because of the fact that the rest of the town shunned her. It was the only place left that she could live. The cave here, and if we go back over there, we had the well somewhere to have a drink. So she moved in here and gave birth to who would become known as Mother Shipton. The only trouble with Mother Shipton is she was born deformed, and the rumour spread that Ursula, who is Mother Shipton, was born because Agatha had been made pregnant by the devil. The reason why is Agatha refused to say who the father was. The chances are it was somebody of high power. Now, Mother Shipton's prophecies, like Nostradamus, most of them have come to suit and have actually happened. This one has yet to happen, and I'll read exactly what it says. It was said that Mother Shipton predicted the date of her own death in 1561 at the age of 73. Yet the location of her grave remains unknown. Denied burial in consecrated ground, she was likely laid to rest in secret. One account from Richard Head's The Life and Death of Mother Shipton in 1684 places her tombstone a mile from York, on the road to the village of Shipton, hence why the name came about. The most enduring theory suggests that her friends buried her in an unmarked grave within the King's Forest, near the place where she was born, which we've just seen, that little cave. Centuries later, her legend endured. In 1792, Rathstro's Museum in London displayed a wax figure of Mother Shipton and what was claimed to be her skull. A figure of Mother Shipton, the prophetess, in which the laments of extreme old age are strongly and naturally marked. Also her real skull brought from her burial place at Knaresborough in Yorkshire. Mother Shipton's story continues to inspire curiosity and wonder through her final resting place remains unknown. The words of her legacy epitaph remind us of the enduring place in English folklore. Here lies she who never lied, whose skill often has been tried. Her prophecies shall still survive, and even keep her name alive. And what was her final prophecy? The bridge that you come across to come into Mother Shipton's cave, she said it would fall down 3 times, and the 3rd time would be the end of the world. It's fallen down twice. Let's see when the 3rd one is. So, a fantastic and different adventure, something you won't see anywhere else. I would strongly suggest it's worth that day trip if you're in the Yorkshire area. Anyway, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.